It's a really common occurrence. You start working with somebody, they're hot and heavy, they're out there looking at homes, and then all of a sudden, they put on the brakes. So what do you do in that instance when you have someone who's stuck? Why are they stuck? Well, there's two things that you can do to hopefully get them moving along again. So the two things are removing fear and removing confusion. And really, people don't make decisions if they're scared or confused. So as a real estate agent, it's super important that you bake these into any process, whether you're working with buyers or sellers. So let's dive into fear. There's a few fears. I mean, I could probably think of actually a lot of them that buyers have, but a big one is that they're scared of overpaying for a home. So what can you do to overcome that fear? One of the things you can do is show them that the market has stayed steady. Could also show them recent sales in the neighborhood to show that they're paying in line with what homes are going for. And you can also reassure them that there's a third party, a neutral third party. So there's going to be an appraiser that comes out to the property to appraise it to make sure that it's worth what you're paying. So there are some things you can communicate that will help to alleviate that fear of them overpaying for a home. Another situation is maybe they're overwhelmed by the prospect of their monthly payment. A lot of times people are going from paying X amount in rent to a bigger mortgage payment. So in that scenario, it might make sense for you to schedule a conference call with the lender to fully explain and break down what's in the monthly payment. You also might want to cover the tax benefits of owning a home and how there might be some savings there. So bring in an accountant or a financial advisor. Really anything you can do to just help people understand that what their monthly payment is and how it might save them money could help overcome that fear. Moving on to the second thing, confusion. People do not make decisions when they are confused. They get into analysis paralysis, and it's so much easier to just stay where you are than to keep moving forward. So it's our job to figure out what are they confused about and help break down that confusion so they have full understanding of what's going on. Step one, and this is for every single buyer, you should be having a buyer consultation. In that buyer consultation, you should have a process and also a presentation that covers the entire buyer process and what to expect and what it's like to work with you. Giving them that solid foundation will really help remove a lot of the confusing points well in advance of them getting to the point of touring homes or making an offer. The second is use your resources. As real estate agents, we have so many resources available to remove confusion. So this could be news articles, blog posts, professionals like title companies or home inspectors, mortgage companies, really anything that's information that can help educate your client is going to help remove that confusion. And then lastly, if there's like a big decision that needs to be made, like making an offer on a property is a really good example. Break that down into manageable bite-sized pieces. So for example, if we had a client who's looking at making an offer on a home, it would be really simple to just break down what the main aspects of that offer would be. So an offer price, what their financing is, any contingencies, and when they'd want to go to closing. Writing that down on paper can really clarify that making an offer isn't so scary after all. It's really just a few key decision points. So there you have it. My tips for removing fear and confusion and hopefully getting your buyers off the fence and moving along again. And just a word of warning, you're not always going to get people moving along again. Sometimes there's things that are going on in their life personally or professionally that's uncertainty just in their life that they may not want to be sharing with you. And that's totally okay. So as long as you're doing your best to remove that professional, real estate related fear and confusion, you're doing all you can. So good luck, and hopefully this results in moving many more people along the path to happy homeownership.